Hello, I'm Simon Whistler, you're watching TopTenzNet, and in the video today we're looking at the top 10 great American achievements. And this video was written by Dr. Matthew Zarzekny. If you'd like to see more lists just like this, head on over to Matthew's website. It's historyandheadlines.com, and let's get started. And in at number 10, it's the internet from around about 1985. Although no official opening date exists, the internet was an American concept actually put forth by the US government in the 1960s, interlinking thousands of public and private computer and communication systems, going into effect in the mid-1980s. During the first few years, almost all internet use was by the government and academic users, with the 1990s seeing an enormous expansion in use by businesses and private individuals. About 100 times more people use the internet today than in 1995, and well over 90% of US classrooms have internet access. Al Gore did not invent the internet, but neither did he say that he did, but he and others were the advocates that made it happen. Thanks, Al. Number 9. Cell phones, 1973. First shown to the world in 1973 by American television and radio manufacturer Motorola, the cell phone has become a worldwide device that makes communications in most civilized places oh so easy. It is hard to even remember what teenagers did before this invention. Number 8. Machine guns, 1862 and 1884. Dr. Gatling invented his hand-cranked machine gun for limited use during the Civil War, and his guns were still in service until 1911. Hiram Maxim, born in Maine, immigrated to England at age 41 and perfected his automatic machine gun, the first modern such weapon, which was used from then until the 1950s. The Maxim gun is the basis for other machine guns that have followed. Number 7. Panama Canal, 1914. A project that dwarfed the problems in building the Suez Canal, or any other canal for that matter, the US accomplished what the French could not, and provided easy access between the Atlantic and the Pacific. Facing incredible engineering obstacles, and especially disease, this US achievement accommodates close to 15,000 ships passing through per year, and is approaching its millionth customer. The canal and canal zone were turned over to Panama on the 31st of December, 1999. Modifications to accommodate much larger ships are being undertaken at this time. Number 6. Modern submarine, 1900. Invented by John Holland, an Irish-American who sold his idea to the US Navy, which commissioned their first submarine, the USS Holland, in 1900, other attempts at undersea craft go back a few hundred years, including the US Turtle and the CSS Hunley, but these were limited-range, hand-powered crafts. In the 19th century, attempts were made at producing steam-powered subs, but no practical model appeared until Holland invented a sub that ran on gasoline internal combustion engine on the surface and on powerful electric batteries and motors underwater. Unfortunately, Holland was allowed to sell his designs to other countries, and the US Navy failed at a big chance to have a monopoly on modern submarines. Number 5. Transoceanic Cable Communication, 1858. American Cyrus West Field masterminded the massive project of laying a telegraph cable from North America to Europe, producing the first transatlantic electronic communication featuring a message between Queen Victoria in the United Kingdom and President Buchanan in the US. An improved version was completed in 1866, and later telephone and other electronic data transmission cables were laid across other oceans as well as the Atlantic. Before this project, communication from Europe to North America took 10 days by boat, but with the cable, it took only a few minutes. Number 4. First nuclear reactor, 1942. Built in Chicago as part of the Manhattan Project, Chicago Pile 1 became the first man-made nuclear reactor with a controllable, self-sustaining nuclear reaction. This led to the production of nuclear electricity-producing plants, a potential source of energy for humankind without burning fossil fuels, if only we could design and supervise enough safety measures into such plants. Do note here that scientists from other countries contributed to this project, but there is a reason it was done in the US, where money, safety, and freedom made it possible. Number 3. The Model T Ford, from 1908. Built from 1908 to 1927, this was not the first practical car, but it was the first mass-produced practical car that normal people could afford, costing as little as $260. At one point in the 1920s, almost half the cars in the world were Model T Fords, truly the car that put the masses behind the steering wheel. In total, 15 million were built. Number 2. First in flight, 1903. Many inventors around the world were working on controlled, powered, manned flight projects, but the Wright brothers from Ohio were the first to make it a reality. Unfortunately, they also invented the first airplane crash fatality. Number 1. Men on the Moon, 1969. The US moon landing in 1969 and subsequent lunar forays made the US not only the first to the moon, but also the only country to have ever accomplished a manned moon landing. The Apollo program also provided some really neat photography. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, do remember to go on over to historyandheadlines.com for more content like this. Also check out some of our other videos that are over there on the right, and thank you for watching.